cause I be busting the dope moves. But the problem stay the same. How you riding for the cash when you ain't riding in my lane? Shorty all about a paper, so your mixture look the same. In the game I play the lane like Eddie Kane, cause I be busting the dope moves.
That's why this is happening. And now, other people who are coming into power have adopted their culture, their business, their politics, their policies. That's why the world is in trouble. Because one group of people rose to be the top group at one time, financially, based off of the corruption and the bullshit that they was about. What did they do? They put African people in place in African countries so they would push the same quote unquote democracy. They made
African
deals.
people still run the world today, my guy.
But Africans are starting to get back to running the world. What they had to do was get past the black African that was put in a face that looked right just like them, but he was put there to betray them. Like
Other than Bezos and
like,
Zuckerberg and them, the Africans got the most fucking bread.
Right. But Africa is a gigantic place with a lot of people and it's very segregated. It's not like America. America is under one flag, one economy. Even though the people
kissing Ethiopian king's feet and shit.
Yeah.
You don't see this shit.
But I understand that.
You don't know black people taking over fucking Europe and they buying that shit the fuck up.
But because Europe is like
you don't see, you ain't
because
see
Europe has no natural resources neither. Europe
it's
is
the
a
big dogs.
the
niggas that I don't have problems with, but you keep calling me their fucking name, right?
It's a big dog because they steal from Africa. 80% of the world's natural resources come from Africa.
And I told you the whole world eventually going to be African anyway.
But the whole world is already to a certain extent. Modern day humans are Africans. The first modern day humans are Africans. All other modern day humans are a result of those Africans leaving Africa. All other modern day humans. That don't mean that Africans can't go into Asia and make a group of red people, and then this group of red people go mix with another group of red people who mix with a group of yellow people who mix with another group of yellow people who mix with a group of white people. That don't mean that can't happen, because it has.
It does happen, yeah.
There's all types of admixtures and haplogroups that are distinct because, like us, we are a mixture of different African people, Native Americans, and Europeans.
Good Lord.
We're unique. Nobody else is going to have that mixture.
I ain't worried about no mixture. I know.
I'm just saying what makes us the same. Black people in America. We are a mixture that's of its own too.
I don't know where we mix so much at. That's like I don't get it. You gonna say some shit about slavery and
that's where we mix with white people. But Native Americans, you believe we was here when they came here, so of course there was mixing going on. Look at all the different.
They was in the north.
Nah, Paco, they was in both because they there today. There are people who don't come from white or black people. They come from Native Americans. Puerto Rico is a perfect place to use for example. There's a group of people in Puerto Rico right now who still to this day don't look like white people and don't look like black Americans because they ain't mixed with them. They stayed with Taino people.
You know, Hebrew Israelites to tell you that like, with the Reuben, that's my brother. Why you hating on the Puerto Ricans, nigga?
I'm not hating on Puerto Ricans. What I'm saying is that some Taino Indians were raped by white people and some Taino
even Mexicans is the feet. They Issachar. Let's get this Hebrew Israelite shit right for a second.
But that's something y'all stole from Rastafarians.
Huh?
You stole the 12 tribes of Judah from Rastafarians.
Well, we did. They more right than the shit y'all be talking about.
But okay, D, listen, hold on.
You talking about we stole it from Dan?
They more
Dan
right.
D,
they more right. But D, Rastafarianism is about going back to Africa though.
Yes, it is.
It's not about staying here.
Dan is Judah's sword, nigga, in the Oath Keepers, nigga.
Come on, man.
Talking about? Yeah, they supposed to have it.
But Rastafarianism is about going back home, the place you don't even call home.
No, the horror where we came from. That's all they said.
Nah, I'm not no Semitic. And Ethiopia, do you understand that there's more?
It said that's where we come from.
No, it don't.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
Yes.
It don't say that's where we come from. I can tell you one thing for a fact that don't come from Ethiopia, D. Mm-hmm. His Hebrew Israelites. You can hear it, nigga.
No, I'm just saying, you see the churches built underground.
Again, I'll say it again, since you don't want to address it. Hebrew
That
Israelites
shit mine.
didn't come from Ethiopia.
I told you they come from India and over here.
So how you a
And
Hebrew?
that's
So
it.
how you a Hebrew Israelite and an Ethiopian and a Niger Congo speaking black person?
Because they're the same fucking people.
So
Easy.
Niger Congo speaking black people are Ethiopians?
Yeah.
No, they're not, Paco.
Okay.
No, they're not.
I don't know where you getting your
I just
information
sent
from,
you a
but
map. I just sent you. So now we're gonna have pictures for this video, y'all. I just sent this man a map that show him the regions of Niger Congo speaking people. And the large, I think he just went in there. And the largest proprietors of people who moved the Niger Congo language to East Africa are the Bantus. They're the ones who put
Well,
Niger.
same people.
But listen, y'all. He said Ethiopians are Bantus.
I ain't said it was Bantu. You just said that.
Okay, if I just said that the Bantus are the reason why the Niger Congo speaking language is in West Africa, so that means that Egyptians are not Niger speaking Congo speaking
Because I
people,
told
y'all.
you first we got kicked to West Africa. We settled in central North Africa when they was kicking us out. We settled in all
Dude, you gotta
those
get your
fucking
charger,
North
dude.
African places. We ended up on the West Coast.
Nah, that's not. That's
Ivory Coast.
nah, y'all. That's not what happened.
Good.
That's not. We are not every fucking group of Africans in Africa. He
I'm
likes.
not. I'm just telling you where the family was.
Nah,
being
y'all.
kicked
That's
around to.
listen, y'all. All these people is different that he talking about.
They are.
He
They
talk.
are.
All these people he talking about is different peoples. None of them are the same.
Yeah, and they all was getting the same treatments.
When the people he also claimed to be y'all came through. Yes. See how this works? He's
And then
claiming
they
to
got
be the
re-kicked
person
back
who was
out
there
to,
originally.
Ethiopia,
Listen,
bro.
y'all, he claiming to be the person who was there originally and the person who came through and started all that nonsense, that mistreatment.
No, you hear my story. It ain't got nothing to do with all nothing.
You just said that you was the enslaver and the enslavee. You said
I
that.
don't know where you're getting that from.
You said that. It's recorded. It will be on the video.
Okay, well, just
You said that.
saying
You said
but
that
go
you was
ahead.
in Ethiopia and the people was mistreated. The people who was mistreated by the people you claiming to be Moors. Moors
But the people
mistreated
that
Ethiopians.
Ethiopia just been there longer. They
Listen,
wasn't.
y'all.
They not for play. They still not
But
for
Moors
play.
mistreated Ethiopians. Europeans
I don't know
mistreated.
how, because they
Listen,
able to cut their fucking heads
listen,
off,
y'all.
my guy.
Another thing that I gotta touch on. Remember how he loved to talk about the Etruscans, right? Me and him both know the Etruscans is 600 BC or something like that, 700 BC, or no, 600,
Before Rome. Yes, sir.
600 B, right, before Rome. But listen, y'all, I want to tell
With
y'all
the whole
something.
Roman culture.
I
With
want
the
to tell
whole
y'all
Roman
something. No,
culture.
I want to tell y'all something. No, but he's saying he giving Moors credit for it when Moors ain't going there for 1,000 years.
I ain't say more is nothing. I said they was the same people.
Oh my God.
I said that.
So listen, y'all. I want
They
y'all to
not
hear
calling
this.
themselves
I
fucking-
want y'all to
nobody
hear
called
this.
themselves Moors.
I want y'all to
Nobody
hear
called
this. I
themselves
want
Moors,
y'all to
bro.
hear this, y'all. So people who come from a completely different region, that speak a completely different language.
Nobody called themselves Moors, bro.
Listen, y'all. I want y'all to hear this. The people, it don't matter what nobody call themselves because
Oh,
they.
well, shut up. Then
Because
shut up.
listen,
What
y'all,
the fuck you talking about?
they got a history written down called the Moro-Roman Empire. That's after Rome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's after Rome. What the fuck?
So listen.
That's in Rome and after Rome.
No, it's
actually.
after Rome, y'all, because me and him had this conversation last time. Julius Caesar was alive in BC, and he was a Caesar in
And
Rome.
you see how they keep telling you that he was killing off the fucking Moors?
Listen, y'all, that's
You
not
see
what.
how I keep
Listen,
telling you him and his daddy and them was
listen.
killing off the fucking Moors?
Listen, y'all, I promise you, it don't say nothing about Julius Caesar and Moors.
It says that he be killing his opponents.
Listen, y'all, I'm glad he said that. So he attached the word Moors to his opponents. When the Moors,
bro,
listen, y'all, when the Moors don't go in there till 711.
Caligula was
But listen, y'all, the Moors don't go in there till 711 AD.
Why'd you keep acting like they was called Moors? They not fucking called Moors, dog.
What I want y'all to know is the people who have a
Mauritanians and shit like that, they're not called fucking Moors, man.
I want y'all to understand
That's
something.
That man, you just don't. We can't get it.
Listen, y'all, he will not get me.
You think they call Moors?
Listen, y'all, he will not get me to argue about word semantics.
Them dudes came from either Turkey
I don't
or
care.
fucking Peru. Them dudes, them Etruscans either came from Turkey or Peru, my guy.
No, they
My
didn't.
guy.
So let's.
Got the same stonework. It's fucking Peruvians.
Who? Etruscans?
They're Etruscans. Same stonework.
So
That's something you can make the fuck up.
So listen, y'all. Where do Etruscans listen, ladies and gentlemen? Where do Etruscans come from?
I just told you either Turkey or Peru, bro.
So Etruscans don't come from Europe.
Huh?
Etruscans don't come from Europe.
Nah, they settled there from Turkey or fucking Peru.
Okay, so all right, let's look at this. Right? The Etruscans, member of ancient people of Eritrea or something like that. Eritrea.
That's Ethiopia.
That's Italy, y'all.
What'd you say, Eritrea?
It's
Eritrea
Italy.
Is Ethiopia.
Well, E.T.
Right next to it. Same people. I got some chicken from over there.
So again, when we read about these people, right? I want y'all to understand something. The Etruscans. Yo, she got to get out of here. So again, it says the origin of Etruscans has been subject to debate since antiquity. Herodotus, for example, argued. I'm going to read it regardless, whether you act like a child or not. I'm going to read it regardless.
Don't even know what you read.
Argued that the Etruscans descended from people who invaded Eritrea from Anatolia. Where's Anatolia at, Paco?
Anatolia. That's hard. I know where it is. I'm just trying to think of how to explain it to you.
So again, I want y'all to understand this. This is the 7th century BCE. This is 1,000 years before the Moors or the people who do practice Islam and speak Arabic come into.
That shit wasn't even around. Like,
exactly, and that's my point, y'all. This is how we know they're not the same people.
Who said Moors is fucking gotta be fucking Islam, dog? Like, what the fuck? Nothing, man. Oh my God.
The Moors who went into Europe. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm not gonna play childish games today. Listen, y'all. I'm not gonna play childish games. This is what I want y'all to hear. This is what I want y'all to hear. This is what I want y'all to hear. In 711 AD, the people who went into Europe were Muslims. Later on is what he's talking about when Christians and Jews are allowed to join the Moors. Once conquest has been achieved and they have a government with Rome, where Rome has been already split into a civil war of two sides.
So people in the period until they made a religion or a language or something. That's what you be getting into. People
into what?
They can't be people unless they got like a religion or a language. Or,
not at all. But no. I never said that they can't be people. What I want y'all to understand is this: I'm identifying people by the language that they speak and the other languages that connect to that language. So whether we talking about people who were enslaved, like I'm speaking English to y'all right now, and I know that English comes from Europe.
You know Rome is Etruscan, right? Like that whole fucking culture, right?
Okay, so I want y'all.
Between Grecian, which was
black and white people, now.
And Etruscans.
But listen.
Black and fucking.
Mostly
black.
But listen, y'all. Now this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying to him on the last phone call.
They started the Colosseums, bro.
This is what I was saying to him on the last phone call. The black people that he's talking about are not Moors. They're 1,000 years prior to Moors. Now, if you want to know anything about the Etruscan culture, right? What only thing you have to do is understand where they at and who is there now. So he's correct that black people were where they're at and who is there now. He's correct that black people were a part of it, but the part he always forgets, he makes himself the majority everywhere he puts himself in history. They're not the majority. Listen, y'all, Etruscans are not part of black people. They assimilated a black group.
Oh my God.
And that is the black group that gave them culture.
Oh my God.
So
he takes people information and make it white, y'all.
How did I make it white? When I said, listen, y'all, I just said out my mouth that the information was black, but the population was white. Therefore, the blacks got assimilated into a white population.
That's Rome that you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about the whole Iberian. I'm talking about the whole Iberian Peninsula. Even today, it's predominantly white. It always has been as long as you've been talking. These people were. No, Paco, listen. Does it matter? Listen, y'all, I want y'all to hear this stupid shit. It makes me so mad. It doesn't matter. Listen, y'all, that land is irrelevant, y'all. He's latching on to the land and not the fact that we still brought the information. I just said.
Can you look up Etruscan stonework so you can just see that it matches Peru and some stuff in Turkey?
But Paco, are the same people, are Italians in the South America, Paco?
Are Italians in South America?
Yes. Have they been in South America since the 1400s?
First of all, once you leave your place of origin, y'all gonna do different shit anyway.
No, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're gonna go somewhere else and do what was working where you came from. If you listen, y'all, this is how stupid this nigga is. If you move to Australia and you a construction worker, are you gonna go over there and try to be a librarian? Or are you gonna go over there and make money doing what you already have the skills to do? So fishermen, no matter where they went, they always look for a river, y'all. They always look for a lake because fishermen had that skill. This is why the Alaskan.
I know everywhere in the world they try to copy off of niggas from America.
Yeah, but there's no proof of niggas in America culture being everywhere in the world up until a certain point. Show me our culture in other places. Show me the proof of the things that we took other places. I'll wait.
Who, niggas?
Yes.
When niggas got backwards hats on and saggy fucking pants.
Now listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Think about everything he just said.
Fucking up the swag,
Think about everything he just said, y'all. Everything he just said was created. Pants, hats that get turned backwards. All that stuff was created in the last 1,000 years. Less than that.
Yeah. I'm only talking
So
about
what I'm
now,
asking
but
him, y'all, is show me the swag the niggas gave to the world, because I can show the swag that Africans gave to the world. I can show that Africans gave the world life. It made everybody else a modern day human. They were the only modern day humans at one time. The evidence suggests that they were modern day humans so long ago that they walked this earth with archaic humans that are no longer here. And they had the same gift that they got today. They overpopulate. They populate like roaches. And eventually, listen, y'all, eventually the world's populations of archaic humans got assimilated into modern day black Africans. Now here's the twist to it. Here's the twist to it, y'all. Some of them was Neanderthals.
You're talking about some third ass thing niggas, but go ahead.
Who third?
Them people that you claim every day. You know, that you
Third who? Listen, y'all, he just says stuff. The people I'm talking about got the oldest evidence of modern day humans on Earth. Period.
Okay, just like saying
Period. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I want y'all to hear me good. Khoisan or Nilotics were not the first modern day humans. They are evolutionary hybrids of the first modern day humans. One went into the desert and one went into the grassland. The one who went into the desert is black as hell today. The one. See, here we go. He getting his head beat in, so now I gotta teach him. But listen, y'all, he just said, listen, y'all. I teach him everything he know. I teach him everything that's real, at least. Some of the shit he know, I don't teach. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't even believe some of the shit he talk about.
Well, you believe in African then, like.
What I believe is the proof, y'all. I believe in the proof. And the proof is that when it comes to finances, Africans are the richest black people on earth.
I told you the first people they said was the Indian people.
Nah, that's not what they said. That's not what they said. Listen, y'all. He keeps saying what they said, right? He uses that a lot. I told you what they said. Listen, y'all. The modern conception is that modern day humans started in Africa. Every modern conception. White people say it's true. Well, show me. But listen, y'all. All the scholars. All the scholars agree with it because it's the oldest place they found evidence of modern day humans. So again, y'all, when you dealing with people,
every day they find new shit,
but they haven't found nothing older yet. And we've been in Africa for a very long time. We've been in America for at least, well, let's not say we. Let's say the people who like to dig under the ground been in America for at least 1,000 years. Let's just say that. The people.
Before the shit we were talking about, they had fucking underground fucking cameras that shit on everything we got today, man. That's why.
Listen, y'all. That's not true. That's not true, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot build a cavern underground better than the structures you can build on above ground. Above ground is built for it. A cavern is not, ladies and gentlemen. People, I want to teach y'all something. I want to teach y'all something. I'm gonna teach y'all today. Today, I'm definitely gonna teach y'all today. I'm gonna teach y'all.
People don't even talk about that.
I'm gonna teach y'all. Listen, but listen, y'all. Listen. Like I told him before, the oldest boat they ever found is about 8,000 and something BC. So people sailing 100,000 years ago, when sailing itself is less time than that. The oldest boat ever found is a canoe. Ladies and gentlemen, what I said is the oldest boat ever found. Ladies and gentlemen, the oldest boat ever found. He is. So what he's saying. So listen, y'all. What he's saying is because there's no boat older than that found. All right, let's do it like this. So how do we find? So how do we find one that's 10,000 years old? How do we find one from? How do we find one from 8,000 BC if boats disintegrate? Well, actually, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear me. Again, he's wrong. Wood does not disintegrate. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Wood don't disintegrate. That's why we don't believe in Noah's Ark. Because wood don't disintegrate, ladies and gentlemen. Wood is either repurposed or at the bottom of the ocean. They say 90% of the treasure that has ever crossed any ocean for any reason is at the bottom of it.
That shit right now look like the coral reef.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. The old, irregardless of what he may think or what he may want to push, the evidence is the evidence. He never presents. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen. No. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. I'm making a distinction. Just because people was running around don't mean they was boating. That's his philosophy. He believes. I listen to the evidence. If they find a boat tomorrow that's 30,000 years ago, that's the oldest date we have. To jump and guess and say, well, if you found 30,000, that must mean there's 100,000. That's incorrect. That might not exist. So anyway, let me fast forward it. The oldest boat ever found was a canoe. That goes back to 8,000 and something BC. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, sailing is not a thing till like 5,000 BC. Nobody sails, and it starts in Asia. So sailing originates, at least the oldest evidence we have of sailing is in Asia. This is why Polynesians are on so many different islands. This is their theory based off of the evidence, not based off what they want people to believe. The evidence is that there are multiple different people who share Polynesian heritage along Micronesian and Melanesian islands. How did they get to these different islands in different places? Well, they are some of the proprietors of the first sailing techniques. Like when you see windsurfing in Hawaii, Samoans who originate from Polynesians also have the same technology in Hawaii.
I mean, did you ever even look at old Hawaiian pictures where they really just dark as shit?
But see, listen, y'all, listen, y'all. I'm trying to help him get it, but I'm trying to help him give it. Y'all, listen, y'all. A person's shade color is not proof. We know that black people have circumnavigated this globe. We know that black people have been.
King Kamehameha wife, and she kind of looked like my dear. And
what I'm explaining to y'all is this, y'all.
Kind of look like my dear.
What I'm explaining to y'all is this: the black people of Polynesia and Melanesia come from Africans. So there is no distinction why they could look like Africans or black or brown people, just like Fijians, just like the Saudis in India, just like the Aboriginals in Australia. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. These people, yeah, they damn sure did. They tore them in Australia. Yeah, they tore them the fuck up. That's a damn shame.
And they should act like they should have rights.
Yeah. That's exactly how they are. Yep. Act like they the indigenous people because they poor now.
At least white people ain't smack all of us. Like, god damn, them Australian niggas is fucking shit, dog.
What I want y'all to know is this, and I can even prove it to y'all even more. Y'all want to know how corrupt the Moors was?
They very corrupt.
Of all the white people in Europe, the worst white people historically have come from the lands that the Moors ran.
For sure. For sure.
I just want y'all to look at that. England, Italy, Rome, France, and these motherfuckers. I mean, Portugal. These are all the slave nations I'm naming, y'all. Y'all think it's a coincidence that people who come from all
You
the
ain't
way,
lying about that.
y'all think it's a
They
coincidence
work
that
hand in hand with white people. They either kill
exactly,
them or
exactly,
they fucking teaching them.
exactly. And then the powerful black people, they work hand in hand with them. This is why black Africans
Exactly.
was catching other black Africans. Facts.
That's why y'all need to know black niggas run this fucking world, dog. Like, that's why y'all need to know that.
Yeah, but the only time we get in trouble is when we adopt other people's culture. Just like we did with the Europeans and the Semitic people. Now that was forced on us, just like it was forced on the Canaanites, just like it was forced on the Nubians and the Sudanese and the Ethiopians. Them people, it was
Christianity simple.
Islam and Judaism was the same way. Don't leave them out.
Nah, for sure.
They
That's why
all
I'm
had
to civilize them.
crusades of people that went all through North Africa and indoctrinated motherfuckers, that enslaved
That's what Moors
motherfuckers.
do.
And that's crazy. And that's why people don't consider that's why they make such the big separation. Now, what I want y'all to understand is this. When we start talking about the Semitic peoples of North Africa, and when they say sub-Saharan Africa, you know why they don't just say Niger Congo speaking? Because there's other Africans in sub-Saharan Africa that are not Niger Congo speaking people, like the people he mentioned earlier, the Khoisan, and there's the Kongsan. These are different peoples. These are different ethnic groups of the same archaic people. Now, when they go back to African history, I'm going to say three things. A, the Khoisan and the Nilo-Saharan or the Nilotics, the tall blacks, the giants, they're older than the Niger Congos. Here's the thing about it, though. When you go to Morocco, where they have found the oldest Homo sapien remains ever in history, the people they found in Morocco were both sub-Saharan African and Afro-Asiatic. So if we go, all right, if you go back to the oldest human beings we ever found in Morocco, 300,000 years ago, those people have been tested and they are both sub-Saharan Africans and Semitic Africans. They're both. So we know the mixing of peoples goes back far longer than we ever thought. So what I'm explaining,
that's what happens.
Yeah, agreed. And that's why I told you that if Neanderthals was over here in America, which they got proof of, if people was even here when the Neanderthals...
Yeah, that's what I told you. Yes,
you ain't tell me that, Paco. Are you serious?
I didn't tell you the fucking Neanderthals was in fucking California.
And and I didn't tell you that if people was here at that time, they would have mixed with them. And you said they had a Hebrew culture.
I said they don't
Paco, Hebrew didn't exist then.
But the fucking, they had a culture, dog.
Paco, they was doing it in North Africa. The same people you claiming to be. You just said they the same people. You just said they the same people.
But they still don't got nothing to do with them being the same at all. Still don't got nothing. Even if that's true, it still don't got nothing to say. Fucking do with this.
No, the part that's true.
A fucking 3,100 fucking miles the fuck away.
Here's the part that's true, ladies and gentlemen. The part that's true is this: that Neanderthals was in America. I think was it 40,000 years ago.
Do what the fuck K-Son do? Do I do what the fuck NATO do? Do I do what Rick do? This guy.
Some things you do, some things you don't. Some things you
get it together.
Some things you do, some things you don't.
For sure, but
now when it comes to procreation, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to procreation, we have never seen in the history of mankind a group of people who would not sleep with another group of people until the start of racism, ladies and gentlemen. Until racism became a thing, there is no mention of that anywhere on earth.
The people they call Indians is not. They don't even consider mixing with that many motherfuckers, dog. Like that.
Oh my God! Listen, y'all. So what are all the different ethnicities of India? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have pictures on this one.
Indians.
Oh, Native Americans.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they were, according to the story or the common conception, for most of the time that they were here from. What is it? 20,000 years?
That's why we need religion, because they religion.
No, we don't.
It was tighter than other people.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's not true. That's not true. They was warring amongst each other. Ladies and gentlemen, they was warring amongst each other. They was raping each other's women.
Yes, they were.
There are people who come from mixed. So what I'm explaining to y'all is this: before racism, there is never any mention in any historical or any genetic evidence.
You don't even understand that Native American women ran shit. The chief is just the fucking the like king.
That
Like,
goes on in Africa too.
Because king,
That goes on in Africa and Asia too. What's your point?
but you don't understand that culture. You don't understand that type of shit, bro. You don't know what.
But that don't make
how
don't make people the same because they got the same democracy or the same politics, monarchy,
Yeah.
whatever. That don't make people the same.
It don't, but I'm saying it's tighter over here than it was anywhere else.
Because it was smaller. It was a smaller number of people. It's easy to be tighter when you got fucking 1/7 of the population of Africa.
Say a chick wanted to fuck around with a Cherokee nigga. You know how much shit they gotta go through, my nigga?
But again, Paco.
Come on, man.
But again, Paco. Now let me give you. Can I pose a scenario? Two neighboring Native American tribes have been warned, and now they about to end the war. They about to have their son marry the other one's daughter. That happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we understand that there is never a case until racism where there's evidence of people not mixing. There's no evidence of that nowhere on earth, y'all.
I just said it was tight.
So what I'm explaining to y'all is this. There is no hybridized Neanderthals from America. Stating that 40,000 years ago, when Neanderthals were in California, there's no evidence of anybody else being there. That's what that states. Because there would be evidence of the people mixing.
Oh, man, this guy.
This is what I'm explaining to y'all. The Native
People is more disciplined than you think, my guy.
Listen, y'all, there's no evidence of people using that.
That's why religion comes into play.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Religion didn't exist 40,000 years ago. Let's start there. That's first and foremost. It didn't even exist anywhere on earth. Not 40,000 years ago. There's no evidence of that anywhere. We don't have any writing that's 40,000 years old. Let's start there, y'all. So he's making assumptions off of what he believes is true. Let's continue. Show me 40,000-year-old writing.
I mean, I can't.
So is the oldest writings on earth cuneiform and Sanskrit?
I mean, that's what I was
See, I'm a bail him out. I'm a bail him out. I'm a bail him out again. I'm a bail him out again. I'm a bail him out again, y'all. I'm a bail him out again because I'm a good person. I'm a good person, so I'm a bail him out again, y'all. This is what y'all have to understand. Language is not consistent for writing.
Exactly.
So people can have a language and not have writing. But writing is an evidence.
They got writing and not have a language.
So what the fuck are they writing?
What you mean what they writing? They writing some shit they man can understand.
So they have a language. So now you see the cow must come first. Language is the cow. Writing is the milk. Because you write a language.
It's true to a certain.
No, it's the facts, Paco. Stop trying to be anti everything I say. These are simple. Paco, this is Paco. Writing, Paco. You talking about cave drawings?
No, you talking about drawings.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about writing. I'm talking about writing.
Yeah.
Okay, so an alphabet comes from out of language, correct?
That's why I said you correct for the most part. But
I'm 100% correct because an alphabet comes from a language and a writing system comes from an alphabet. I'm right 100%.
It still don't mean Sanskrit or none of that shit was first.
No. All right. It's the same thing as far as the people in Morocco. It's the oldest evidence we have.
You fall for the same shit.
Paco, it's the oldest.
Paco,
it's the oldest evidence of writing we have.
Yeah, it's the only.
So listen, y'all. I'm not saying it's the oldest language. I'm not making any type of assertion like that. I'm saying it's the first language to be written down. Everything that on paper comes after stone. We can all agree there. Stone is first. Now, Sanskrit and cuneiform come from Mesopotamia and Egypt, that region. Listen, y'all, just like that weapon he showed me in South America, different people are going to make shit that other people didn't make.
The broadsword.
That's not a broadsword. They had a name for it. I can't remember. It was some crazy ass name for it too. Right. It was some crazy name. And they started talking about sometimes they use obsidian, sometimes they use animal teeth. That shit was crazy. I was reading that shit. That shit was hot. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's the samurai culture, bro.
But it's not
That's
samurai culture, y'all. Listen, y'all. I want y'all to understand something. Just because you wear armor and you have a sword, don't make you a samurai. The samurai, Listen, y'all. All right, so Egyptians are samurais, y'all. Sumerian, Mesopotamians, they had armor and swords. They had armor. So now we understand you can't base a samurai off of armor and swords. Listen, y'all.
Just like the samurai, my nigga.
But their codes ain't the same, signifying they're different people.
They had to go teach them niggas the fucking
No,
code.
listen, y'all. They got different codes,
God.
ladies and gentlemen. They got different codes. Egypt is a thing of 3,000 years, 5,000 years ago, 3,000 BC. Something. It's even.
They all wore the crescent on their fucking head, nigga.
Listen, y'all. That has nothing to do with nothing. Animal worship. I want to teach y'all something. The only time animal worship can be locked to another group of people is like what you have in America.
That's weird shit.
I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you what I mean. You have
shit.
You have American paintings, Native American artwork that shows animals that don't come from America.
Yeah, Mongoloid fucking Indians do that dumb shit.
Right, because they depicting the animals that come from where they come from. That's the only time you could look at a symbol like he just tried to say they all wear a certain symbol and connect it. Sometimes the animal lives in both regions. Like the raven is revered amongst Europeans, Afro-Asiatics, Africans, and Asians.
Yeah.
But they're revered because they're naturally smart birds. Just like parrots. Just like parrots. Now, what I'll be trying to explain to people, when you look at all the different archaic hominids, and then you look at modern day humans starting in Africa, and you look at things like the elephant and the way it's flourished, the lions and the way they flourish, and other lions died out, and you look at the African gray parrot being the biggest parrot on earth and can speak the most amount of words of any parrot. I just want to tell y'all, there's something about the land that is conducive to mammalian evolution, animal evolution. Look at all the different animals that have thrived.
Like I said, I think most animals are made anyway. Yeah.
But that's not the case, y'all. Mankind, he gives mankind too much credit.
Just like humans.
Listen, y'all, he giving mankind too much credit.
I just said just like humans.
And you give it. So made by who? All right, so who made us and made animals?
Something. Something.
All right. So what can I propose something to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, most of the animals on Earth today, right, are hydrogen-based life forms. So what if I was to tell you that water plus cell life plus different situations? Some people living in a tree, some people living under the sand, some people living in a hollowed out cave, some things living right at the water's edge. So different situations plus water and cell life led to all these organisms you see today.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the planet created them. That's evolution. That's what evolution is, Paco.
On its own,
without natural selection, without saying why it happens, without putting Charles Darwin, not even getting to him yet, just basic evolution. When I take a million cells and I put each cell in a different part of Earth, one get crazy sunlight, one don't get much sunlight. One is right on the riverbank, one live in the sand where it barely gets water. One live underground, one live in the treetops.
I gotta call you right back.